Hey everybody, how's it going? 5 viewers already. 5. It's a magic number, I think. It is tonight, regardless. And I hope that everyone is having a really great full moon. Tonight is the full moon. And usually the full moon can affect me emotionally in various ways. But I have been lucky, I guess, tonight. It's not been a problem. I believe that the full moon, is it in Taurus? I'm not sure. Somebody tell me. This haircut is my first self haircut that wasn't just like a buzz cut. And it's pretty close to a buzz cut, but it's not totally a buzz cut. And the reason is because, I cut it with the things that you put on the clippers that adjust the length. And those things are not really meant to cut the top. If you want the top to be longer, you have to do it with scissors. And to do that by yourself is kind of hard. It might be possible, but I can use there's one of those clipper deals that's a little bit longer for the top. So I'm going to try doing it with that one on the next time, for the next time. And I'm going to try like the sides for one length longer and see if I can deal with that. It's kind of hard it'll be cool in the summertime because it's more of a summer cut versus a winter cut. But, I'm just trying to see if I can save money and see if it's satisfactory or not. But not bad for my first time. Let's say I used the number 15 on the top. I can use the number 18 to make it a little bit longer. And I used the 6 on the side, and I could use like maybe the number 10 to make that a little bit longer. So we'll try that. Anyways, am I your inspiration, Angela? Cool. That's better than you, Tyson. Just kidding. Tyson loves me. He stayed up till 3 in the morning in Germany to watch this. That's pretty cool, huh? So, yes. Okay, well, Connor, thank you so much. Anyways, check it out. I'm brewing some water anyway for tea. I'll be pouring that water soon as it's hot enough. And I'm doing a triple whammy. And I pulled the tabs off of there. Can you read that? Probably not. If you truly love nature, you will find beauty everywhere. Vincent van Gogh. The other one says, intelligence and intuition are two friends. That is true, my friends. That is true. Not everyone understands that concept. And the other one doesn't say anything. But one of them is cranberry spice probiotic tea. I don't know exactly how that can be a probiotic. I'd have to read the ingredients list. Maybe somehow it promotes that. The other one is ginkgo biloba. And the other one is hawthorn and hibiscus. Hawthorn being very good for your heart. So, I've gotten everything battened down here because it's colder than, seriously, it's cold here. Last time I looked, it was 20 degrees outside and the wind is blowing pretty good. So that makes it like really cold. All the chickies are in their little house with the heat lamp on in there. And I put new bedding in there for them. And I fixed the slider, the glass that slides on the side. I fixed the runner on the bottom so that is solid because I didn't feel comfortable with that. And that's all I'd need for the glass to fall off of there in the middle of the night for some reason. I checked the trailer down below and we've got the water dripping so that it doesn't freeze. I've got the heater on in the trailer and the heater on in the trunk of the trailer. I've got a heat gun going at the low setting in the trunk of the trailer so the lines don't freeze in my Airbnb. Okay. So I feel comfortable that on this frozen night all is well, and I hope the same is for you guys. Let's see, you gave me this last minute nudge to get into massage school. Good. Cold here too in New York. Yes, the east coast of the United States is very cold right now. But the business for tonight is to learn how to do hand massage. And I am prepared with various tools like this one and this one. These you can get, these two out of the kit are the two that I think are worth it. So the link for that is right there. And the link for this, a similar set of gua sha tools that I think looks really good, similar to these jade ones, is there. There you go. And of course, the Soother massage tool, which is the king of all massage tools. For years, the years and years that I did and still do massage, I liked using this tool, and I still do like using this tool better than any massage tool that I ever used. And when I first bought it, somebody else was making it. And then she decided not to make them anymore. She was having some Chinese company make them, and they were not made very good. Sometimes they would come unglued at the base, and they weren't finished nice. So now I make a really good one for 13 bucks. And you can get that right there. Okay. So I'm going to probably use all of these tools tonight. The first thing that you need is to get some oil. Now, you don't have to have any of these tools. I don't want you to think that you have to have any of these tools tonight to learn how to do some hand massage, because I'm largely just going to use my own fingers. These can help you when these get tired. And this can give you a lot of pressure, as you can see, because you can hold it like that. See how good you can hold that? This is why this tool is so good. You can hold this really good in the palm of your hand and get a lot of power. This you can hold pretty good, and it's got a pointy tip. That's why I like this one. Sometimes for your hands, these two tips that are sharper than that ball can be really good. And I've thought of making a soother with pointier tips, and I may do that sometime because this has such a great base to hold. This is also a pretty cool massage tool, and I use it here and there. I'll use all three of those because that one's kind of good. And that one holds, this one kind of holds good like that. You can kind of hold it good like that. And this one is like a scraper tool. And sometimes that feels kind of good. And bear in mind, massage is an art. And it's an art that's achieved from practice, kind of like throwing a pot. If anyone out there has ever thrown a pot, then you kind of know that it takes a lot of practice to get good at forming that pot. It takes practice to know your body and what it's telling you. And it takes practice to be able to know what tool to use and exactly how to use it. Okay. And then the gua sha tool is good for scraping largely. And sometimes I'll use those on like my chest, in between the ribs, or I don't know, something like that. It's tools are like, you know how some people collect guns and they think that's really cool? Maybe it is to some people. I think it's really cool to collect massage tools. And it's especially cool when I make them. And I recommend that everyone either buy some or make some for themselves and really practice and get good at using them. So let's get started. I'm going to move you down here, right down here, so that you can see my hand like that. That's what I'm going to ask my husband to buy me for Christmas, or just because I've been wanting some of your tools for a while. Makes my shoulders ache looking at it. Okay, so did you get your oil? You don't need a lot of oil to work on your hands. This is not a major oil application deal tonight, but you need a little bit of oil so that you can slide. And tonight, I'm going to really try hard to remember all of the things that are the most important aspects for doing hand massage. Okay, I'm adjusting. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to turn on a little bit of music here. Now, can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear that music? No? Okay. Tyson can hear it. I'll turn it up a little bit. Okay, how's that? It's kind of busy music. Okay, so just watch what I'm doing, okay? Watch what I'm doing. I'm pinching the webs. Okay, that music is a bit busy for me. Hang loose. Let's try that one. Okay. Okay. So put a little bit of oil on the back of your hands. Now pull the fingers. Okay, now put some oil on your arm. Okay, so if you have carpal tunnel syndrome, these muscles are going to be really tight, and they may not get reduced with tension. I'm going to stop that music. It's driving me nuts. Okay. These muscles might not reduce in their tension for a couple of days. You may have to work on these for a few days, and you work on them, and you work on them for as long as you feel you can. And then maybe after an hour or two, put them under some cool water, okay, to cool them down. Because what you're doing here is you're creating heat. You're creating inflammation, sort of. You don't want to create too much inflammation, but you're working out the lactic acid out of those muscles. And you got to really get in there and feel. You got to really get in there and feel for where it's tight and sore. Okay, so there are different lines of muscles. And if you feel on the back side here, on the pinky side, you've got a line of muscles that might be very tight right through here. Use that thumb to really get in there like that. You could also use a gua sha tool like this to get in there, or a combination of both. Can you see that? Okay, my tea is boiling. I'm gonna go pour it. Looks good, eh? Triple whammy. Okay, so this line of muscle near the ulnar bone, this is your ulnar bone. You can feel it right there. Okay, so now work on this line of muscle here. It's going across this way. And then work on this line in combination. If you need to switch hands, then work on the other arm. Okay, so now the reason that I switched to my arm is because after you work on your hand for a bit, you'll probably feel as though you need to work on your forearm muscles, because this is all connected, all of this. In addition, these three muscles also, and this deltoid here are connected. But we're mostly going to stick with the hand and the forearm for right now. These thumb muscles can get really sore and tight. And right at the base is where they get the tightest. And you really got to start, you feel for where it's the sorest. So for me, right here at the base, where it's mostly connective tissue, which is very typical, your tendons get the sorest. And they also need to be massaged. They especially need to be massaged, because that's where they're getting the least blood flow. They're not as vascular. Taking this little tool and working right on that spot. Take this little tool and work on it, just to show you some different tools. That one has good control, like that. Okay, so now I'm pulling the thumb and massaging the web in between the thumb. Okay, there's an acupressure point up here called the large intestine 4 point. If that's sore, then rub the hell out of that. Okay, this hand is getting tired, so I'm going to switch now to the other one. You guys doing all right? Okay, now do some ringing. Okay, do this one on this side now. Also, do this. Stretch those after you massage them. Do the opposite side, opposite way. You can alternate. That one, that one, that one. Ring. Let's do those 4 strokes in alternating fashion here. This one next to the ulnar bone. This one in the meat of the arm in the middle. And then this one with your thumb on the top. Then ring. Then stretch. Other way. You could stretch a finger. 2, 3, 4. Do that again. That was cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch your thumb a little bit. Now massage each finger. Y'all keeping up with me? Now, okay, I'm going to switch arms again. Same exercise. Need a little more oil. Make sure you're still sliding good. There, there, there. Pull, 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 pull. Do that now. Now stretch that back. See, that one doesn't stretch back good enough. It's because my arms are overworked from building chicken coops. Look how far that one goes. That one needs to go that far. Okay, let's do some gua sha now and release the fascia under the skin. Okay, you take your gua sha tool. You might be able to, let me see if I can find some kind of a utensil that might work for you if you don't have a gua sha tool. Here's a fork. There you go. Go get you a fork or a spoon and use that for now. What this does is it breaks down the fascial web underneath your skin that has little striations in it. And you may be able to feel those little striations ratcheting underneath this blade. Okay, you don't want a sharp. You don't want something sharp. It just needs a blunt edge. It's just a fork. If you're just joining us, you can go back to the first of the chat and you'll see 3 different links that I put for these different massage tools. Okay, so this is a gua sha tool. And it really helps to break down that striated, tight connective tissue under your skin. The older you get, the tighter that will get. And that contributes, in my opinion, to the carpal tunnel and wrist pain, etc. And your decreased wrist flexion. And you really have to keep up with all of this because it doesn't matter who you are. You can be Mr. Massage. I mean, even if you, especially if you're Mr. or Mrs. Massage. Check that out. That's from a recent bit of a poison ivy that I had. These other ones are from just getting whacked from doing various activities. Okay, let's work on the back of the hand now. I'm rubbing my thumb in between these 2 hand bones. If you want, you can go right down to the web in between the fingers. Okay, now let's work on the muscles in between the joints of the fingers. Right now we're just working on one set of muscles in between this first index fingers, knuckle and first joint there. Now do the second joint. Okay, no massage therapist is going to spend this much time just working on your hands. But do they deserve it? They're your fingers. How much is your finger? How much is that one finger worth to you? Does that finger, does each one of those joints, the muscles in between each one of those joints, deserve to get massaged once in a while? Is it worth it to you? I think so. Let's do the next finger. You can also massage right on the joint. If you've jammed your finger, if you've smacked your finger against something hard enough that it's damaged the ligament in between those 2 bones right there, do this. Create some action right on that joint. Don't do it like right after you and it's all swollen. Let the swelling come down first. But after the swelling has come down, create some movement so that that joint can open up and heal. Massage is so powerful for helping your body to stimulate it to heal. Massage the muscles. Massage each joint. This is stuff they didn't teach me how to do in massage school. This is stuff that I learned how to do because I jammed my freaking finger and my joint hurt. And so I started massaging it like that. And guess what? It helped it to heal 10 times faster. You're going to learn stuff from me that nobody else is teaching you. Okay, pull that. Pull that. The more all of this is massaged and conditioned, the less likely it is that you're going to injure it and have problems with it. See, the more palpable, not palpable, but the more pliable and conditioned your body is, your back, your fingers, your neck, everything, the more tough you are against problems. This goes for also mental and emotional problems too. So when challenges arrive, you've got to decipher what you need to do to be able to deal with these problems. Okay? It's also good to look at the problems in the world, understand the true nature of the problems and why they're there, and then deal with them on those bases and mental and emotional bases, and prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for potential problems that can happen in this world. See, there are so many things going on that can wreak havoc with your life that really it's cool to have fun in the world, but people are having like an overabundance of fun and not enough preparedness for potential disaster. Okay? And like, people really need to start getting conservative in a lot of regards. And when I say conservative, I'm not talking about like the conservative that the Republicans are. I'm talking about conservation. Okay, because the more you get to a point of where you're not utilized, like being a wasteful, there are so many people out there that have become wasteful. And those people are going to get quite a surprise someday. Those people that really don't care about wasting resources are going to get one hell of a big surprise someday. And they're not going to do very well when they're thrown into. See, a whole lot of people are just going to be thrown into this hell. Whereas for me, I'm going to be like, woohoo! So, now work on these muscles here. These muscles on the other side. So you work on this side, and then the opposite side hand muscles are these hand muscles. And work in between on the palm side. Work in between on the back side. Work in between on the front side. Stretch, 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 flex and extend, flex and extend, flex and extend. Do this again. Do that again. Now, when you flex, feel for where it's sore, because the action it creates, it opens things up and lets you know where you need to focus on. So when you do this, make it hurt a little bit and then feel for where it's sore, and that will tell you where to massage. If you feel a very specific point right there, then you know where to massage. If it just feels like it's a big area that needs to be massaged, For me, it's a little bit in here. And here, the whole thing. Hey, Joe, are you flirting with Angela? That's funny. Okay. Shake it up, baby, now shake it up, baby. Twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, now come on, baby. Work it on out, work it on out. Twist a little girl, twist a little girl. Oh, you look so fine, you look so fine. Come on and twist a little closer now, twist a little closer. Let me know that you're mine, know you're mine. Ah, shake it up, baby, now shake it up, baby, twist and shout. Okay, so let's see, what else can we do here? Okay, so sometimes it's really, really good. Don't forget this next one. Sometimes it's really good to work on the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes. These are the end points, the most sensitive points, some of the most important parts of your hand that enable you to grasp and do intricate things. And also, these are the end points for a lot of the meridians, the acupressure, acupuncture meridians in your body. And very oftentimes, you will feel like the ends of those digits or fingers need to be stimulated. Okay? It's very important to remember that you need to listen to your body. You need to feel your body. When you're not feeling good, like last night, I wasn't feeling like I got up in the middle of the night and I could tell that my left butt cheek was sore. What did I do? I forced myself out of bed. I went and got the softball, laid on the floor, and dug it out for about 5 minutes. And then I went back to bed and went right to sleep. I chunked the shit out of that finger the other day. Can you see that? By doing some woodworking. Okay, so keep working on the ends of those fingers and notice how sensitive they are. There's a lot of nerve endings on the ends of your fingers. Okay, let's see. Let's switch hands and continue working on the other things that we haven't worked on this hand. Okay. So work on the muscles, the little tiny muscles, very important muscles in between each ligament. There's muscles in between there. There's muscles in between there. And there's little muscles in between there. And they're all connected to muscles in here that are connected to muscles in here. Okay, so when you do a massage stroke, the tighter you get your massaging tool, whatever that may be, to your body, the more power you have. The farther away you are, the less power you have. So if you're doing this stroke, don't be clear out here. You'll get tired too easy. Get right in here and push. Push or pull. Okay? It's okay to do massage away from the heart. For those of you that were told that in your massage schooling that was not appropriate or bad for the body for various blood circulation reasons or lymphatic reasons, okay, that was all bullshit. Okay, whoever said that, whoever made that up, whatever, it was all bullshit. It was all some kind of a medical made up bullshit. Okay, this is a great massage stroke, and it is away from the heart. With massage, basically what you want to remember is no pain, no gain, and if it works, do it. It's not a matter of, one of the hardest things with massage is actually getting the gumption to do it. So if you can get the gumption to do it, really, don't worry a whole lot about much beyond that. Don't worry about it. Be proud. Be proud that you're actually somebody that wants to, you actually care about yourself enough to do self-massage, eat whole foods, not play the whole human money game, all those things that they try to get you to do that you know are making you like tired and sick from buying into their game of all the things they want you to buy into that have become a racket. Remember, there are so many things in this world that they're good for you up to a certain point, and then somebody said to themselves, hey, we could make this a racket and make a lot of money out of it. And then we could get people in debt up to their necks. Don't do it. Don't buy into all of that yada yada of capitalism. Capitalism is cool to a degree. If you're helping people in some regard that's legitimate, and you're making enough money to suit your needs, that is a good deal for everyone. That's key. If it's a good deal for everyone, but there's not extravagancy involved, or somebody is like, not taking advantage of other people, then it's a good deal. But as soon as people are like, oh, look at this yacht, or look at this Mercedes, or look at this big house, or all this extravagant BS, then you know that they're doing something unethical. Okay. So each one of those little areas in between each joint can be massaged. This is another good way. So you can work on the thumb muscles, also known as thenar muscles, the medical term, for whatever those are worth. You can work on these with your thumb, but you can also work on these like this. Now look at my posture. I've got my leg crossed like this. I've got my elbows into my body. Posture is so important for massage. Getting into a place of where you've got a lot of torque on the place that you're working, you can see that from this position, my whole body is in this position to be able to put a massive amount of pressure right there with those 3 fingers. Now, do this and create some action. What people don't realize is that when these hands and these arms are working, doing dishes and all kinds of stuff, yeah, dishes and all kinds of stuff all day, they get really tight, really, really tight. And when they get really tight and the tendons going in between that carpal tunnel are expanded and they're like inflamed, that's going to create pain. And they understand that, but they don't understand that what they need to do is offset that with massage and or cooling by putting their arms under cold water helps with the inflammation. And it takes a tremendous amount of work and pressure. So you look at that. Look how much pressure that is. That's why when you go get a massage from somebody that does really good deep tissue work, it costs a lot of money. You're paying them at least $1 a minute because they're working their ashes off to dig that stuff out. My nails are maybe a little bit too long, really. Because you see nail marks. You got to keep your nails really short. I cut them about 3 days ago. They're damn near ready to cut again. Okay, so there's that. You can't really do that. But you can use your thumb to do that. And then as soon as you've done something extreme like that, then stretch it. Stretch it out. Shake it out. Okay. Okay. So that was a pretty good little session, I think. And I hope that you guys learned some things. Fix the mini tripod. Woohoo! You're welcome. You're welcome. Sorry that the music was like, I just couldn't find the right music there. I might just about be ready for a sip of this tea. Perfect. Perfect. You know when it's just the right temperature? It's still hot, but not too hot to burn your tongue. Buck, if you go back and check it out, okay, I'll show you. Cinnamon, cranberry, probiotic balance. Ginkgo, it's a triple whammy, Buck. Triple whammy. And hawthorn hibiscus. Hawthorn is good for your heart, and I can tell you that that is absolutely true just from using hawthorn berry. So are there any questions? Does anybody have any questions about massaging your hands and forearms? I didn't really show you using this. I really like this for the feet. This tool for the feet is just the tool. And you can scroll back in the live chat to the 3 links that I provided for this, and these Chinese tools. Also for the feet, my Foot Friend is an awesome massage tool. Definitely get you one of those as soon as you can afford them. The regular Foot Friend is $60. The Soother is $13. And the combination, $73. And let's see. Oh, let's pick a fortune paper for everyone. I hope that this comes out good. These fortune papers I have on my website for free. You can get a set of those. You'll have to just download them, and then you print them out on your printer, and then cut them out with scissors, and you could put them in a nice little cup, and then you just pick one. So I'm going to pick one for the whole group, and then I'll check out the questions. I can think about the best days of my life when I am down and recreate them if I choose to. Now that kind of coincides with, remember the other night I did that that meditation, and I asked you to visualize a time in your life that was just really fantastic, really beautiful, and give you good feelings, you know. And I'm going to do a lot more of these meditations, and I'm going to keep building more and more of these good things to add to my meditation. I've already added a whole bunch more things here, and they're things that I'll guide you to do. You know, if you want, we could even do a short one, or even a longer one. Now, would you guys like to do a short meditation? Pretty short haircut. Yes, it is. Yes. It's pretty cheap, too. Angela wants to do one. Connor wants to do one. Certainly, more of you want to do one. Okay, so it is the full moon. Okay, so let's see. Some of this I have to kind of practice before I actually do. So one of the things that I think is really good to do to come back to center is to give yourself, you could give yourself a hug. And everyone knows how good it feels to get a hug from somebody that's really awesome. And one of the most awesome people in your life is you. So imagine how good it is to just give yourself a hug, and just do it. Give yourself a hug right now. Look how muscular I look when I do that. Everybody give yourself a nice big hug. And that also is a stretch. That is also a stretch. And if you do that, then the opposite thing you'd like to do is this. Stretch your shoulders back. So everything works on yin and yang. And if you do something loving and therapeutic like this, do it again. And while you're doing this, do a twist. It's an add-on. There are always add-ons when you're stretching. You can do a body twist. And now what else can you do? Neck twist. Twist back to the right or left, whatever. And now twist your neck all the way back. Now stretch your arms back and twist again. And twist again. Now focus on the center. You've come back to center. And the breath. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. So this is like a little retreat. And there are people out in the world right now, in Bali and various other places, that have paid someone $5,000 or $10,000, and most of us can't really afford that. Most of us cannot afford that at all. But we can take a little retreat right here and now. So we've massaged our hands, very important. And we've picked one of these cards to think about the best days of our lives when we're down and recreate them if we choose to. And someday we're going to have one of these gatherings where we all make a dinner. Will that be cool? And if you guys want, you could take a picture of your dinner, send it to my email, and then I'll show everybody what your dinner looks like. Would that be cool? I'm just writing down all of these ideas for us to have a retreat, meditation thing online where we don't have to go anywhere and we can just stay right here in our own little houses and get to. So we could sing some songs. We could sing some songs together and you guys could make suggestions on songs and then we could sing them. So I might also have some guest speakers that come here, or I connect with them on FaceTime or Skype. If my internet is fast enough, we might be able to pull that off. I don't know, but so far this seems to be working pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So think about the word peace. If you want to think about another word, you can. Take a nice deep breath. Roll your shoulders around. If you did the hand massage with us, your hands should feel pretty good. Your wrists might still hurt some if you haven't been doing this, because it might take several days or even weeks of practice and work to get those to feel better. Remember, you shouldn't just feel like that you should be getting immediate relief, although sometimes that can be the case. You can close your eyes if you like. Breathing. Try and relax your whole body and have good posture. If you're sitting on a foam couch or something and you're all slumped, that's really not very good posture. If you're laying down, that's okay. Just try to relax all your muscles. If you feel like you've got some muscles that are tight and you need to hand massage them, do that. Do that. Focus on being in the now, which means you're not thinking about anything from the past or the future. If you are, you could visually think about taking those things of the past and or the future out to your porch, open the door, put them out on the porch, close the door, leave them there, and come back to your seat. Do that all in your mind. Breathe. Relax your body. And also tonight we're going to do some EFT, emotional freedom techniques. Y'all familiar with that? Tapping? Tap on a place in your mind, on your body. Maybe here. Maybe there. And this isn't going to be traditional EFT. This is going to be EFT geared towards wherever you need to tap. So for me, I feel some tension here. Okay, so this EFT is also going to be massage therapeutic EFT, which means that you can tap as hard as you want to release those muscles. while you're doing the tapping, you're going to think about something something positive or something that you want to achieve in your life. Okay, so do that first. Think about something positive, something that you want to achieve. It can be simple or complex, whatever that may be. For me, I know what's going on in my life. And what's going on is that everything is coming around. Okay, everything is coming around for me in all different ways. And it's gradually increasing in speed, incrementally. And what I'd like to do is say to myself, everything is coming around, keep it going. So I'm working on a spot in my body that really needs to be worked on. And everything is coming around. Keep it going. This is a mind-body exercise. Everything is coming around. Just keep it going. You can rub it too. Everything is coming around. Just keep it going. Stretch. My neck also feels kind of tight. And I can't really tap on my neck, but I can squeeze it. Okay, so when it comes down to it, there are no set in stone rules for healing. When you learn something from someone like EFT, for instance, you don't have to do it exactly the way they tell you to. Break rules. Don't think of it as being somebody that's like doing something wrong. Just because you're doing it differently doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's okay to do things differently. Because what we're trying to do here, this is why I do some of the best massage. Because I do what works. This is why I do some of the best healing. Because I basically just do what works. And I do what works based on my experience. I do what works based on what seems logical. I do what works based on my ancestry and a lot of different things. So everything is working out and everything is coming around for me. A long time ago, I listened to these awesome cassette tapes from Wayne Dyer talking about positive affirmations. Okay? So you can use the positive affirmations anytime during the day. And a positive affirmation is just a little thing that you say to yourself whenever you need encouragement. Okay, so you're your best friend. You're your very best friend in the world. And you can have counselors or family members or friends or whatever that are really important to you to help you to get through tough times, whatever. But you, remember this, you are your best friend. And those little positive affirmations are important tools that you have in your bag. And if I'm not paying a whole lot of attention to the chat, don't worry about it. Don't freak out, because some people will do that. One girl donated. I was so into this. I was so focused on the now and into that. That somebody donated a couple of dollars, and the thing, I could kind of see it out my side vision, but I didn't acknowledge it or anything. Oh my God, that girl was mad. That girl was pissed off. I really do appreciate donations, but if I don't say anything or whatever, Don't get mad at me, okay? I'm working to help you guys to know how to live in this world. For real. This is real health care. This that I'm providing to you is important things for you to be able to survive in this hardcore, oftentimes hardcore world. And it can be hardcore for anybody, including billionaires or whatever, because you'll notice that a whole lot of the things that I teach you are really cheap and or free, damn near, but only require effort. And the positive affirmations that Wayne Dyer told me about 25 plus years ago, at least 25 years ago, when I was riding around in my Nissan pickup with that CD in the player, listening to Wayne Dyer talking about little positive affirmations that you can repeat to yourself anytime you want to. You can do it. Hang in there. It's going to be all right. Stuff that you already know about, but you need to really know that those are tools. Those little things are tools, important ones. And if you combine those with massaging yourself wherever your body is saying, hey, okay, so your fingers and the webs are really important to massage, especially, okay, your thumb and your toes are both directly connected to your head in the reflexology charts, and it's absolutely true. I can tell you that for absolute certain, that whenever I'm really, really stressed up here, whenever I just cannot calm this mind, I'll have a sore toe. Most of the time it will be my left toe. It can often be my thumbs though too. Look at any reflexology chart and it will tell you that the thumbs and large toe are directly connected to your head. Okay, so you may want to tap on your thumb or toe, but that's not the most effective way to stimulate it. You use the most effective stimulation method for whatever needs to be stimulated. Your neck, squeeze. Your jaw muscles, bop them. Okay, cross fiber friction, bop. Bop, 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 bop. Feel the knot and dig it out. Then dissipate it. Okay, so if you've really worked a muscle really, really hard and you can feel that it's like kind of sore from your working on it, make nice to it and work it out and stretch it. Create action. Okay? But for the tapping can often be really great on your chest. Okay, so your organs that are protected by your ribs, your rib cage, they're underneath your rib cage. And sometimes the organs really need to be stimulated, and your chest muscles may be throbbing in that particular area because your organs are needing the stimulation. But people don't know. See, there are so many things that I have learned that require time and they require practice. And these are things that people really need to know how to do in this world. This is why I'm absolutely 100% dedicated to teaching people these things that no college is going to teach you how to do. People think that, oh, it's really important to go to college. I don't know about that, because they're going to teach you a whole lot of things that you'll never need to use. Like in high school, they taught me a whole lot of things that I've never used before. But they didn't teach me anything about massaging my jaw muscles. They didn't teach me anything about massaging my neck that was going to need to be massaged in the future of my life. God knows how many thousands and thousands of times I was going to need this. But nobody ever in any schooling that I ever went to, including massage school, told me that I could self-massage my own neck. There was no such thing as a class in massage school entitled self-massage. So when I became a massage teacher, continuing ed teacher, I started a class entitled Self-Massage for Therapists. And still, the therapists, for the most part, I didn't have big classes for that. Why? Because I don't think that people really respected it. And it's amazing. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You could take the absolute perfect, incredible candidate for president for this country and stick them right in front of people's faces, and they still wouldn't recognize that that was the person to be the president. They still wouldn't recognize it. If they were the most beautiful and well-spoken and intelligent and healthy and all the good things that you can possibly think of in attributes in a human being, and you were to put them in front of the American people, they would be like, serious. This world blows my effing mind. It blows me away. In any case, so tapping on your chest, I'm going to show you a couple of things. And now, before we move on to this, we've gotten out on a limb here. So we've talked a little bit about politics, and we've talked about some kind of extreme things. So now we need to come back to center and chill. Breathe. This is a full-on healing session. Breathe again. Put your hands together in front of your chest. This action, the action of doing this prayer position, brings you back to center. A physical act that you can do, whether it be this or this, brings you mentally and emotionally also back to center. Breathe 5 times, and each time relax your muscles more and more. 1, 2, 5. Totally relax. Roll your head around a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to do some tapping on your sternum. The sternum is the bone that goes down here from your clavicle and connects to all your ribs. Right here in the center is a point that I've tapped on when I was like in absolute hell. This is the centrifugal vessel 17 point. right in the middle there. So for reference, there's my nipples. There's the CV17 point. It's directly over your thymus, not the thyroid, your thymus underneath your sternum, which has to do with your immune system function. Can't remember exactly how that works. But sometimes you may very well feel that this thymus, or CV17, centrifugal vessel 17, the centrifugal vessel is one of the meridians that goes from down there underneath your privates, your sexual organs, up and underneath your tongue. It ends right there. The other one starts like there and goes like this and goes over the top of your head and down the back of your body. The one in the front, that's the conception, forgetting the names, but the one in the front goes from under your tongue and down your body that way. And the 17 is right here, okay? And that can oftentimes need to be tapped on. So while you're tapping that, you might want to repeat that positive affirmation, or the whatever they call that in the tapping, EFT, whatever they call that in EFT, to yourself. Like, everything is coming around for me. Just hang in there. I'm doing really well. Everything's getting better and better for my life, in my life. Okay, another really important one to tap on or to massage. If you feel like massaging it, for that one, it's almost always tapping that's going to be better. It's almost always tapping. And you can tap as hard as you need to tap. If you want to really pound on that, pound on it. It's good. Pound on it. Also, okay, the is it the kidney 26? I'd have to look it up. I think it's kidney 26, or maybe it's 23. But right here in the corner, in between the clavicle and the sternum, the clavicle is this bone here. Sternum is here. And right in between, in here, in the corner, is a point that can often be sore. That's what I've found, and that's what you would learn in the energy medicine kit or book from Donna Eden. It's a really cool little kit that comes in a box. I don't know if it's still available new, but you could certainly buy one off eBay. Comes with cards and a book and a little crystal and a DVD. But that point is oftentimes really good to tap on or massage. Right now, mine are not sore. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you about, a little bit anyway, about neurolymphatic points. Okay, before we do that, we're going to come back to center again. Breathe. Relax all your muscles. Get in a good posture. Get in a really nice posture. Stretch a little bit. Whenever you're in a still position, okay, this is one thing that I don't agree with in regards to traditional meditations of the mind. Okay, it's fine and dandy to relax your mind and get into a state of, calming your mind. But the problem is that they'll force people to sit still for long periods of time. And what happens when you do that? Your body starts to feel uncomfortable because your muscles are holding your body up. And pretty soon your butt is sore. In the back of your mind, your subconscious is telling your mind, oh my God, this hurts. This is so painful sitting like this. And you've got some master asshole Taoist meditation teacher forcing you to sit there in one place. It's not healthy. Okay, so what I want you to do, you've probably been sitting there and you've been listening and you've been following along, but in between all of these more intense learning periods, we're just going to relax. So we're going like this. We're going in and out. We're flowing up and down. We're ebbing and flowing. And we're doing a holistic session here. This is a holistic health session. Roll your shoulders around. We're not worried about all of the things that are going on in the world that we see on the news. It's knowledgeable and it's interesting and it's beneficial to understand what's going on in the world, but not right now. We're not worried about any of that. We're just rolling with the flow because ultimately we know that there are thousands upon hundreds of billions of other planets out there that we can live on after this world is over with. They'll use the shit out of this world and they'll destroy it eventually. It'll be completely wiped out. But we're not worried about that because we're focusing on right now, being in the now, doing everything that we can to heal ourselves and heal other people that people that want to heal, people that are tuning into me right now, and that's all that we can do. So that makes us know that we can just relax and not worry, and when we're not worried, then we can be happy, right? Don't worry, be happy. Okay, so now we've massaged the sternum by tapping on it. We massaged this kidney 26, I believe it is. We've tapped on any other places or massaged our whole chest like this. Okay, so one thing to note about massaging the body is that one of the easiest things and most beneficial things to massage on our whole bodies is our chests and our abdominal region. And it just so happens that those are where our organs are and are some of the most important places to massage. They're some of the most important places, obviously, right? Without your liver, you're a done deal. Without your heart, you're history. Without any of these organs, they're all required. And your heads. Okay, so your hands happen to be and arms happen to be in a configuration. They're in a configuration that's easy to work on what area of your body the most. What do apes do? Oh. Okay, and even if you're not very strong, you can still tap on your body. And tapping, as revealed by EFT, is really, really beneficial for your health. Okay, and you guys, after this is done or tomorrow or whenever, can watch EFT videos and check out their things that they do in succession. You tap on the wrist, you tap on this, you tap on this. This is largely to get your mind out of a state of thinking. So this particular session isn't totally about that, although we'll go into that periodically, where we're just calming our mind like this. So let's see. So what I was saying is that our bodies are configured so that it's really easy to work on our chest, whether that be an abdominal region, whether that be tapping or massaging. And these are really important things to massage. And another thing that's really important to massage is in between the ribs, right up against the sternum. Okay? These are described and called neurolymphatic points. And they supposedly open up various areas that are directly connected to organs and other important systems in your body. And they're right here. I'll show you. They're right here against the sternum in between the ribs. So put a finger, take your finger or your middle, whatever finger, or two fingers. I like to use two. And put it up against the sternum and in between each rib. There, there, there. Okay, so these neurolymphatic points are described in a book called Touch for Health, which is a great big book by John Thie. And for you therapists out there, you should get this and read it. It's a classic from like 1970, but it's really, really helpful. But in any case, do both sides. Do both sides of your sternum and feel for where it's sore. That's always the key. That's always the thing. Feel for where it's sore. Right up against your sternum. Also out here where your main lymph node areas are. These are all really important places to massage. See, this has gone a lot farther than hand massage. But it's okay because y'all need to know and practice. And the more that you understand and the more you experience doing self-massage, the stronger each tool, these tools will become. And you'll be able to teach other people. This is all really important for me and for you to be able to learn how to do this. And then you'll get comfortable with working on yourself. And then you'll be able to work on other people. I want you to do that. I'm not going to tell you that you can make money doing massage because in most states it's illegal to do massage on other people. But I won't tell anybody if you do. Basically, practice makes perfect. Have you ever tried loose leaf tea? Oh man, I forgot my tea. It's getting cold. And I put a little bit of honey in there too. Always buy good quality honey, y'all. Don't buy junk honey. The darker, the better. That was darker than that. Dark and thick. Don't buy that light stuff that's mostly grown with sugar. They feed the bees freaking white sugar. It's no wonder bees are dying, I'm telling you. They feed them white sugar all winter. They take all their honey away from them because people are such greedy. They take all their honey away from them. And so then they don't have anything real good to eat. And so what do they give them? White sugar. Don't buy honey from 90% of those producers out there, because you know what they are? They're just like everyone else, idiots doing things the wrong way because they're trying to make as much money as they can. Don't buy mass-produced anything, y'all. None of it is worth a crap. Okay, so there you go. Now we're going to come back to center. Take some nice breaths. Relax. Shrug your shoulders and roll your head around. Okay, hang loose for 1 second. Okay. I opened it to this one. You ready? Sing along with me. It's an easy one. Most of you know it. I like the way your sparkling earrings lay against your skin so brown. And I want to sleep with you in the desert tonight, with a billion stars all around. And I get a peaceful, easy feeling, and I know you won't let me down. I'm already standing on the ground. And I found out a long time ago what a woman can do to your soul. Oh, but she can't take you anyway. You don't already know how to go. And I get a peaceful, easy feeling, and I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. I get this feeling I may know you as a lover and a friend. This voice keeps whispering in my other ear, tells me I may never see you again. And I get a peaceful, easy feeling, and I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing. Yes, I'm already standing. Yes, I'm already standing on the ground. Ooh, 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 oh, oh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Good night, everybody.